Hello. We explained the system a little bit before. This time we see what's going to happen with this kind of system. It's copy idea from Bitcoin blockchain and try to set up system for protesters, to let protesters to share to help each other and share something such as food sharing and equipment sharing, and with the system using blockchain, using server client, and let their users to get public key and private key with their mobile phones, with the browsers exactly. But I believe mobile phones should be okay, because each mobile phone has a browser at least. Okay. When user get to the system, later we'll explain the server is not needed for such kind of system. They get a pair of public key and private key. The public key and private key is generated on user side, browsers, and it's JavaScript running inside the browser. You can see it generates a new pair of public key and private key. You can publish the key to the server because public key is public. You can push your public key to server or give it to anyone. It's safe. It's being named as public key. Okay, then we let people to find some users. The server help people to find users so they can get users. And as I learned from those blockchains, you can make transactions. Let's see what's the transaction happen. You can see the data. We show the data here. Basically, it gives timestamp and amount. Let's see. For example, if you want 88 Hong Kong dollar for KFC, for 2 KFC meals, it's reasonable for young people to have a meal at KFC recently, and we show it on the map. You can see someone talk HK dollar, 8 HK dollar for 2 KFC meals. It means they want to donate 2 meals. As you learned before, we are making some system to help for free lunch. Free lunch is not free, but often people offer free lunch have no worry of who get it. They don't worry it, but you should know that. What's going to happen is $50 50 Hong Kong dollar for 1 KFC meal is quite possibly for a young man, for a strong young man, to get enough and support him half day. If we put it on the map, okay. Actually, in the real world, this cannot happen. Why? Because even if someone willing to support a free lunch, people in need have no way to access it. This is why we set up this kind of system. We're using the blockchain and public key, private key pairs, using the PKI, public key infrastructure to help let this kind of transaction happen. Okay, we make 50. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. The state. We have a payee. We just choose someone from those public keys and have the payee listed. Of course, you can clear the payee, and you can see payee turned out to be null. But let's just choose some people's public key and make sure we have payee. Okay, let's see if we can make the transaction happen. What happened is here we do it according to some document of the blockchain of Bitcoins. Let's see what's the date. The date is timestamp. It happened when in milliseconds, and then we got payee fingerprint of their keys and sign the transaction. The signature means these people who has this private key just signed the transaction, and the signature. Let's see the signature. This is the signature. The signature. The formula to calculate the signature is designed to be this way, that only this private key can make the signature. Okay, this means the transaction is actually not depending on the server, on the system. So if the people break into the server room and destroy the server, he cannot destroy the transaction. The transaction that is proved by the private key. The private key is on user side, it's not on server. Okay, this is the transaction happened, and let's see on the map transaction, the amount of the transaction. I don't know why the amount of the I didn't finish everything, but basically this is what happened with this kind of system. It's inspired by Hong Kong protestings. You know that many people among those protesters actually they need some food. They need a kind of food sharing. Especially many protesters are young generation. They have not enough money to finish everything, and sometimes they need to share food among them. So this kind of system can help. It's not very hard. It's very simple system. You copy idea from Bitcoin blockchain and didn't copy to all the details. At least we didn't finish to the level of prevent double spending and things like that. But we try to make it happen on local map and make it happen more easily compared to without this kind of system. Because even if someone would like to donate some small pocket money to make sure people have something to eat, they cannot let people know where to get this meal, and things like this make it hard, make it actually. If you donate 50 Hong Kong dollar for lunch, actually it cannot reach to the protesters who need this meal. Okay, so if they can set up this kind of system, they can achieve this kind of things. And because we are using public key, private key infrastructure, the formula like this, so once you set it up, you get reach to some advanced things, and this kind of system work for protester and work against Popo is Hong Kong police, riot police. They've been called Popo because they behave very brutally. Okay. Let's say basically the server is very simple. It's only over 50 lines, and the basic part of the web page is also very simple. We only use one page. It's about less than 200 lines. So if protesters want to do this kind of things, if they have some student not too busy, that they can have a few weeks spare time to work on this system, to learn how to set up and finish these kind of things. Protesters get chance to set up a system. It's actually, because we start to make the transaction happen, and we can use the public as account, as wallet in Bitcoins. So it's actually set up a kind of bank system, and this system can be localized to prevent it being attacked from remote, because Hong Kong protesters get attacked by 50 cents from mainland China, from CCP. It's not very good, and it's hard to defend those kind of remote attacks. We didn't pay much attention against those attacks, but we believe two things. First is PKI, public key infrastructure. Second is it being put localized, it being put on map. So people know what's going to happen on the map, around close to their location. So they can, if they get trouble, they can solve it face to face. It's localized system, and secondly, they can depend on the cryptographic formulas. Those formulas is proved by many mathematicians. So people, if they want to work against this kind of system, they need to defeat a public key infrastructure cryptographic system. It's a little bit hard for people. Okay. Basically, I want to explain what's going to happen if you set up this kind of system, and yet the system isn't finished. Didn't finish. I just improved it a little bit. If I have a chance to add more functions and improve it, I will explain to you next time. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.